Thank you for coming.
What a great place you have.
Thank you.
Yeah. And what is this? Right off the bat.
The
Shutters. Is it new use for shutters?
Yes, we have a new puppy.
Uh-huh.
She's 8 months old, and I try to keep her out of these rooms. And we have it in this room. Now, I don't mind her going in here, but that's the cat's safe haven. So when she's trying to get away from the dog, she goes in
has
there.
a place to run.
She can jump it, but the dog.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'm thrilled to be here to get the tour of your workroom. Where's your workroom? Downstairs?
Downstairs.
Fun. All right, Jen, so show me around.
Okay, so when you first come down, you see all my kids' stuff, messages they left for me, and love you, Mom, and all that fun
so
stuff.
Cute. So this was the playroom?
This was the playroom, pretty much the whole thing.
The whole basement?
Yes.
And how old are they now? Because
17, 15, and 12.
Oh my gosh.
So
okay.
they barely come down here anymore.
So they're not still writing "Love You, Mom" and crayon on the wall. Okay.
Not at all. So I've had my space in a lot of areas. This used to be upstairs in my living room because I didn't use the living room. I mainly use Stout, so I have all of the books here for fabrics and then trims. I am a retail workroom. So
Okay, I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
So 100% retail?
No, I have a couple of designers.
A few designer clients?
That are wholesale, yeah. But I also sell blind shades and shutters.
Oh.
Hence the shutters upstairs.
So how much of a part of your business are the heart treatments?
They're a big part,
Yeah?
actually. I'd say they're almost 50-50.
Oh, really?
I do have some lulls in there, but whenever sales are down, it's because that's down.
Because that's down.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check out the workspace.
Okay. Well, let's start with my work table. This work table I purchased in, I think, 2009 from a lady in Pennsylvania who was going out of business, or she was moving her area.
Moving her business?
Yeah, I think she was going back home. She was in a space, and so she was going back home, and she was about my height.
Yes, I noticed this one's a little lower than a
it's
lot.
lower. So, and I'm usually down here in my sneakers, but today I have shoes on, heels. Make me a little taller for video, but it is really a good height for me. And so my husband and I took our truck and drove over there, picked it up.
Yeah.
So this is my table, and I have, as you can see,
Good bolt storage
lots of
underneath.
fabric.
And I noticed too the great bolt storage you have alongside here.
Yes, so again, my husband worked in Conshohocken in computers, and they had a lot of lab rooms. And they moved locations, and they had all this shelving that they wanted gone.
Oh, nice. So all the metal shelving is basically unloaded from his work. And this is clever. So, because we have some metal shelves too, but I never thought to just bolt
these. And so what's nice is I can have lots of different linings, and if I have multiple fabrics, I can put them on there.
Nice.
And I can even, like I learned from Evelyn Licata, I took a class on swags with her, and how she lays hers out with, the face fabric, then the inner,
does
lining. And she does
all
it
the
in a way
layers
she
at
can
the same
cut.
time?
Yes, exactly.
Very smart.
And
So what's this? Is this the fabric you're working on here?
Yes, that's the fabric, and the embroideries come with a paper to protect it, but it makes good pattern paper.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, and then I have scissors here because I like to just
and you never
cut
need to find your scissors.
my bags off. My pattern paper is over here.
Very nice.
I have my rulers hanging on the side. And then in here I have storage for jobs. So, and as you can see, there's only a few spots. I don't have that many jobs at one time because most of my work is my clients, and I only work for a couple designers. Okay, and so back in the dungeon here, I have more storage. This is where I keep all of my Skirtex and brown paper for patterning, and the extra other papers I get from my fabrics for making patterns. And these black and white bags, if you notice, they are my consultation bags and installation. So when I go to a client appointment, I'll have a bag for showing all my samples. I might have a bag for books. This bag is for installation so that I have everything. And it looks really professional because I have a different bag. I keep a pair of shoes in my installation bag that are just for the client's house in case I have to climb ladders and that sort of thing. And so it just lets the person know that I really care. that I'm a little more organized so it comes across nicely to the client or designer. This
Nice.
also came from my husband's job.
Oh, nice.
I got all
Oh.
these racks too.
I've never seen one of these hooks. That's great.
This you can get at the Container Store.
Oh, to turn it into a garment wrap. Yes.
Kathleen Patton and I, we took a trip for our workroom improvement to the Container Store and IKEA, looking for fun.
Two of the best places ever.
Yes, yeah.
So I see you have Dufix iron.
Yes.
And it's interesting how you've got the metal braces down so that you could drop it below your venting system.
My husband did that because
More pieces from the shelving,
more
right?
pieces from the shelving, so
Mhm.
you'll see we use them a lot. One hazard that we had of having my table right here is one day my kids knocked over my husband's coffee. He had it sitting on the table,
And that your dining room table or kitchen table right up there?
Kitchen table, and it actually, and it was later in the evening, so I had closed up the workroom for the night, and the coffee actually seeped down through the crevices of the wall and straight down and dripped all night on my table.
Oh.
Yes.
Did you have a project on the table?
I did not have a project on the table, thank goodness.
Thank goodness,
Yes.
yes.
This is a pinnable wall. We used to have Leah Tran, she's a friend of mine. She used to be 15 minutes from me in Eagleville. And this was on her back wall, and she retired from this industry, but not retired. She's doing something else, and she moved to Florida.
And so
we took this wall down, and I use it now for pinning everything. So this is from a friend of mine at church. She gave this to me, so I thought it looked nice there, so I could just pin it to remind me.
That's very sweet.
So I do a lot of things for my church, so I think that's why.
That's a good reminder.
Yes.
Nice.
This was a swag from the Park Hill system. I took a class with Evelyn Licata,
Yeah.
and
Look at that finish.
many years ago.
Is that weight chain?
That's bead weight chain.
Bead weight chain. It's
Yeah.
just such a beautiful finish and interlined.
And what's nice about the Park Hill is, if I wanted to put this on a board, I could easily
Just staple that to the
change
top of the
it
board.
so
Yeah.
that it was board mounted, or I could just.
I'm a big Park Hill fan.
Yeah. So I like it.
I love that, just folding it under for a pole.
Yes, and then this is, you sell this, Adaptive, I bought this from you. That's the swag.
That swag template?
I've been getting a lot of swags again. This is very old. This is from 1950s, I think. So this came from my fashion design teacher. Her teacher used to be a bead designer.
Wow.
So before they went into production, they used to sit there and do everything by hand. And so somebody
And
sat
then make the prototype.
and then make the
okay.
prototype. And so I ended up with it. She gave it to me, and I said I would wear it someday, and I still hadn't made it into just like a piece of jewelry. I was going to kind of
Oh, that's a great
do
idea.
that,
Right.
like
Something that.
back it, and so I could wear it with different colored dresses or whatever.
And then just seeing that someday.
More samples.
Samples and your grommet size.
Grommets.
I noticed this. So tell me about this.
This is my good friend Leah Tran, her husband Duke.
Okay.
He created this, so if I have a valance and I've made them, I can just put them on here.
Okay, because
for
with
storage.
the underneath, you can lay three and they clear each other.
And then I just hold
Clamp
them
it from
on
behind.
so that they stay.
Now that is a clever design.
Yeah, he's really, well, he's an engineer. So
What are these?
those are for when I'm making cornices or something on the table.
And you need to lift them up to the
If I'm making a long cornice and I need some.
size of the return.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
That's
nice. Clever little card like that, and then you've got another.
And so this is also from Leah Tran. When she gave it to me, I had my husband drill holes.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a rack
It wasn't a rack.
for rolled storage originally. It was just a
No.
mounting station.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I used to have all of these rolled things up here on there.
Mm-hmm.
And this way, I can just roll it to whatever side, mostly this side or down here, is what I do. Or I can roll it over here to the sewing machines if I'm making piping with these. But it works, and usually I put it over here when I'm working with the Dufix tape there. All right, so over here is my office area.
Great. I'm going to be nosy.
Yeah. These
Oh,
are
they're adorable.
Thank
No
you.
cards.
thank you cards after a
Beyond.
job.
Beyond Windows LLC. Oh, thank you cards.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Very nice.
handwritten thank you card goes a long way to your clients.
Sure it
So
does.
I usually
Nice.
write them after.
And since you're retail, do you do design renderings, that sort of thing? Or,
I do.
Yeah.
So I have a client coming up later today. So this was an idea I had for her room, her
Great.
bedroom.
So you'll bring this along with your fabric samples.
Yes,
Sell it.
and hopefully. So
Sweet.
over here I have my terms and conditions, my questionnaire for phone conversation.
Oh, so you have your prompting questions.
Yes, prompting
Yes.
questions.
Okay, great.
And then here I have my classes for CWC, so I don't forget it.
Ah,
So
you're
everything-
already registered.
Already registered, my hotel reservations, my flight.
Awesome.
Everything's together.
Are you in mine?
I don't think so, because you're so close, Jeanelle. I wanted to see other.
Yeah, that's right. See
Yeah.
somebody you couldn't see any day,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's makes
And
sense.
I'm really guilty since Jeanelle's so close and being the president of our WCAA chapter. If I have an idea, I'll go to you first and either ask you to teach it, or if you know somebody who
Somebody.
can teach it, because
Yeah, we've had
Yes.
some wonderful meetings with your chapter. So Jen, you became president
in 2016.
2016,
So
and
this
so
is-
this is the end of your 2-year term.
Yes, right. But we are planning next year already, so I have, as you'll see here, and I'll switch these. Right here on the side, I write down my ideas there as
Uh-huh.
they come to me for a class.
Mm-hmm.
On this side of the room, we have the workroom sewing machine area.
Serger, straight stitch,
Straight
stitch, walking foot,
Walking foot,
sweet.
blind hammer, and another straight stitch.
Wow, one person, 3 straight stitch.
So this straight stitch has for ivory lining.
Oh,
So
keep
I
it
don't
set
have to
up.
change it.
Yes, nice.
This straight stitch has white lining,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have to change. This one I do most of my sewing on,
Okay.
because it has the reverse.
Oh,
I keep clear thread only for
you're hemming.
hemming or
Mhm.
finishing this.
Oh, serger.
Serger. It's a
right.
serger, so I just keep this for finishing
The
the seam.
monofilament.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't go into holding anything, so I wouldn't normally use monofilament.
You're not using the stitch as
Right.
a secure stitch.
as a secure
Just
stitch.
finish off the
Right.
edges.
So I would stitch the lining down
Mm-hmm.
and then take it over here and finish the edges.
Got it.
Over here, okay, so threads, I just got these, our local Joanne Fabrics just in Pottstown,
Uh-huh.
just enlarged.
Mhm.
So they closed their little store, and these peg hooks were like 25 cents each.
Oh, nice.
So a few months back, I put the wall up and put these peg hooks up, and I bought these. They were like $10 racks.
Great.
And so I can pull my zippers down.
Oh, I
just
like
clip them
that.
where I need
Yeah?
them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I need to add that to our workroom.
Yeah, you can get these. I think you can get them at Uline or
Yeah.
any of those fixture stores.
Yeah, I never thought to run the zipper through. Cornice samples.
Scott Robbins' class,
Yes.
2010, I think, at CHF Academy. We made these samples.
London shade.
Kathy Tucker,
Yes.
her class.
Relax Roman.
Relax Roman, Scott Robbins, and this
Another.
is Cornice, and this was
Oh, the
Kathy
headboard
Tucker's
class.
headboard class
Yes.
at her Workroom channel.
Right. Oh, I bet you got these at IKEA
I
with
did.
Kathleen
Yes.
on your fun organization trip.
Yes.
Yes.
So they hold, they're actually towel racks for your bathroom,
Nice.
and
Great
so I
storage
kept-
for working panels,
for
right?
working panels. So I
Mhm.
don't really keep anything over there, and then I just cut those tubes to put on here so that it decreases the wrinkles or the creases.
So it's not
Yeah.
it's not a sharp fold
Right,
crease.
exactly.
Very
And
nice.
I just took a board and screwed it into the floor up there. So.
Yeah.
And then over here, I have my clear rulers from
Oh,
Elkhorn. I
that's-
don't miss any of the professionals in our industry. I follow them all.
That's awesome. I like your
These are-
insulated tool bucket. Or
This is my tool area
Mhm.
and my electric heater because it does get cold down here in the winter. If I go into movies, I can watch all of my videos that I purchase from CHF
Nice.
So I can have, I always
That
say
are
I'm
video
working with,
links that you, right.
I can work with Beth, I can work with Susan,
Mhm.
I can do, if I'm doing a cushion and I want
That's
to
just a reminder, yes.
reminder how to fabricate, I can put Jeanelle on. So I have your box cushion
In here.
Yeah.
Great tour, Jen. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jeanelle. I'm so glad that you came to see my workroom today, and I enjoyed having you.
Well, every one of these we do, some wonderful nugget of information comes out, and I'm very grateful. There are a few things I picked up. I'm ready to run back and
Awesome.
do it in my workroom, so thanks so much.